Oh, that doesn't hurt at all. I will tell you a great idea before getting tased is not just coffee, because you always need to be heavily caffeinated, but I used the bathroom like 3 times before we did this, because that's when you learn from experience. If you don't go to the bathroom, and I mean completely, before getting tased, there's a good chance you'll soil yourself. That's also why I'm wearing my least favorite Adidas running pants today. Paul E. Wog says this is going to be bad. It was. I've been tased, this is the 5th time. 2 of them were voluntary, 2 were kind of accidental, but it wasn't the whole prongs thing. I just ended up getting in between wires and stuff like that and getting a little jolt off of it. And this one was pretty bad, but at least I knew what to expect, so I knew it was going to be terrible. We came with lots of donuts. Derek brought donuts for us today. Shockingly, after everybody got here and we started doing the tests, and even after my kids found us and found the donuts, there's still a few left. Oh, you just ruined a shirt. This is an old workout shirt. I've got about 600 black t-shirts, and I rotate them. When they're still black, I wear them. They're my good black t-shirts. And then when they start going gray, I wear them at work for a little while till they're too gray, and then I throw them in the workout pile. This one's at the end of its life in the workout pile. I think it's got holes in the armpits. I don't know if you can see them. Yeah. Adam Ram 40 says, how long should the effects last after being tased? Thanks as always. I was done pretty fast. I think it's because I've done it a few times. I remember the first time I got tased, I didn't feel right for like 10 minutes. And we had actually planned that my buddy Brian was going to do most of the talking after I initially got tased. But I felt all right afterward. Also, the further away the prongs are on you, the more effect it has. So we're doing it from a pretty close distance because obviously we're doing this in my garage. And when he hit me, you can see where it hit. The prongs were pretty close together. Now, Joe, come here. Now, my buddy Joe, who's here because he owes me one, because I said he could be a cop. My buddy Joe here, he got it. Where did you get hit?
In the butt, yeah.
In the butt, real close to a real sore spot.
Yeah.
For him, and in his back. So he had, turn around. He had contact from here and there, right? That didn't go well for him. Up top and right in,
yeah,
like right up there.
Pretty bad.
Now, he got it really bad. How long did it take after for you to like, just to feel all right again, where you could like talk and be cool and stuff?
Pretty much right away.
Pretty much right away? Did you feel cool right then?
No.
No? Took a few minutes?
Yeah, you had to fully come around, but...
Don't worry, it gets easier with time. But that's his experience. And electricity affects different people in different ways. But the lockup that you get from getting tased is pretty much the same. Like, there is no, oh, the taser doesn't affect me. Like, the taser could affect you less because you know what to expect, and you figure you can work through it. And there's some techniques that prisoners have worked out to make them less effective. But if you get good lockup on somebody, like you get them center square in the back and one on a leg or the buttock, it'll lock up one side of them when they fall to the ground. Ideally, what we want to do is get a good NMI, which is the neuromuscular incapacitation, where it locks up all those muscles. And then I like to go in for what I call the bayonet charge, which means that the contacts on the front of the taser, hold on. The contacts on the front of this taser, you can see that when you fire it, see where the electricity is coming out? Old taser. Well, when the probes come out of the cartridge and hit somebody, you can still get electrical impulse through the front of the taser. So if you go in after the probe's contact and go in for like an ankle or get it up on their thigh, you'll contact all of those points, and the electricity has further to arc over, and it has more overall effect. It's a good way to lock somebody up good and solid so you can get handcuffs on them without having to hit them again and use it as a pain compliance tool. Ideally, we don't want to use this as a plain compliance tool. We want to lock them up so they don't have any choice but to get handcuffed. Hold on. All right. Unicorn Girl 89 says, is this going to be on YouTube later? I have to leave soon, but this is very interesting. Yeah, it'll be up on YouTube later. Why would I do this and not put it on YouTube? Like, that's the only place anybody's ever going to see it. BRB Jr. says, thanks for your service, gentlemen. Not a lot of gentlemen in here, but they all say you're welcome. They all love what they do, otherwise they wouldn't be here doing this. Well, or they just love tasing me. That's possible too. I'm surprised there wasn't more laughing when I got tased. Oh, let's see.
Respect for the video.
Yeah, respect for the video. Respect the art. Respect the art. This isn't about tasing Tommy. It's about the art. We want to. It's all It's about the education. That's why there's like 8 people here. It's about the education, right? Brandon Amidian says, LMAO, that was great. Could the prong really go deep enough to hit the bone? It felt like it hit my bone. Brian, could a prong go deep enough to hit, like if you hit somebody right on the spine, could the prong go deep enough to hit the spine?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's saying yeah, and he knows. He knows. Brian knows. Ouch, yes, ouch. People are joining. DAP multi-tool. Thankfully, Derek brought it with. Because I didn't put anything in my pockets for the video. I want to keep it nice and slim and trim for the video. I want to look the best I can for video.
Affiliate link in the description.
Affiliate link in the description. Hold on.
We're also going to the ground, so
For the-
you shouldn't have things in your pockets.
Yeah, the Leatherman Skeletool. I'll put a link in the description for you. Don't worry. It'll be in my Amazon link for the description. My wife's fist bumping him right now. Yeah, Amazon affiliate link. Unicorn Girl 89 says, hope that's an old vest. It's not. This is brand new. Hold on. This vest was produced. Here's the panel. Panel was produced 1/16/2018. So it's well within the normal specification for like within 5 years of being produced. The chief official joined. Thanks for stopping by. Don't cut yourself, Tommy. I'm not going to cut myself.
Would have been funny.
Yeah, it would have been funny if I slipped and come out. I'd had to edit that out for sure. Unicorn Girl 89 says, thought the vests were cut resistant. They are cut resistant. All vests are cut resistant. But this material that we were cutting, this is not cut resistant. This panel is just the protective stuff that goes on top of the vest. And then the carrier is what holds it on your body. This stuff is cut resistant. It's very cut resistant. Hold on. Get the box of donuts in there for you. This knife is pretty sharp. We saw it cutting through other stuff before. Whoop! Finally went through it once. But you can see, I mean, you can slash. You can slash through it if you try really hard, but this is up against a table and me pushing my weight down into it. You want to see its stab resistance. You can see on the little link that's up there for the original video where we stabbed it with an ice pick and a K-bar and stuff. But that's one, this is one of what, like 30 of these yellow panels that are in here. So let me see how far I could slash in. We'll take a piece that's... All right, that's just the tip. And it made it through 1, 2, 3, and it didn't go through the 4th panel. So let's even give it that. It went through 4 of 30 panels, and this one is completely unaffected underneath. So they're very, very, very slash resistant. Obviously, it's never going to be single piece of ballistic material is never going to be cut proof, but it's pretty close. And a standard ballistic vest, their normal 3A or a level 2 standard vest, not the 3A plus stuff, that's really slash resistant too. In fact, we make gloves that have just a single layer of Kevlar or Spectrum, and they're very, very cut resistant. I got videos about that, the Hatch Frisk Masters, where I talked about I jumped over a fence and cut through the leather of the glove, and the Kevlar underneath protected my hand, saved me a hospital visit. Safe Life Defense missed it. Well, when we're done streaming, it's going to be up for 24 hours. So you can watch it then, or you can wait for the YouTube video. And it went well, so we're probably going to post the original, like, unedited video, at least as unedited as we can get, up on Facebook, so people can have a reference point that, you know, they want to see that we didn't game this at all. They can see the complete unedited video there. Messy Neat Life says, has your wife ever shot you with a taser? LOL. No, I keep it in the safe, so she can't get to it. Both this one that I borrowed and the one for work stay in the safe. We don't let her anywhere near it. Because she probably would. JWD 4x4 says, what's the actual material difference from 3A to 3A plus 1? From what I can see is, you can look back at the videos and see the different materials. Like, you can actually look at the vest videos, because we take them apart, and I'm going to put links down in the description of the original vest videos. This is more of a hard plastic material. You ever, the notebooks that you had as a kid, the plastic folders that you had in school, it feels like the same type of material, but you can see it's got fibers impregnated in it. Where the other one is more of a traditional vest, it's layers of like a fabric. You could see the difference. It'd be a good question for the company itself if you want to go email Safe Life Defense or go on their Facebook page and ask them what the material differences are. I'm sure they'll have a more articulate answer than I do. I only know the basics of how this stuff is built. I don't build it, I just shoot it, and I wear it, and I mess it up. So I know what I know from messing it up, and from the reading that I do with it. They're the actual designers of it, and I'm sure they'd have a more articulate answer for you. How was the Taser? It sucked. There's nothing else I can say about it. It wasn't as bad as OC spray. I plan on doing an OC spray video in the future. I'm sure all these same people are going to be back to see me OC sprayed, because they're going to love the fact that it's going to torture me for like 45 minutes. And then they're going to be thinking at home like, he's getting in the shower later today. It's going to hurt again. You can hear him laugh in the background. Papa Biggie Boy says, how does one become a canine unit? Well, first you'd have to be a car. So if you're not a car, you're not going to be a canine unit. But if you want to be a canine officer, we're probably going to do something with that in the future. I know one guy that's a canine officer that has said that he'd be willing to come on. We'll talk about that more later. I've never done canine because the wife's allergic. So luckily we can have the beagle because she's pretty hypoallergenic, but a Malinois is not going to go well. Unless they start having beagle canines. We can do that. Messy Neat Life says, plot twist, donuts are stale. No, Derek got them new. They're pretty good. They're pretty fluffy. And you didn't get any of those crappy donuts that nobody likes. There's no like nut covered ones or anything. Glazed is the lowest quality donut Derek picks up. He knows what's up. Especially for not being a cop. Derek knows what's up. Unicorn Girl 89 says, what about heart problems and tasers? Any training at the academy? Well, I don't have a heart problem. And this is a voluntary. You have to understand that tasers are not a replacement for like OC spray. Tasers are a replacement for beating someone with a stick, and sometimes for shooting someone. It's another option that's less dangerous than that stuff. That's not to say that it's not dangerous, and if you use it on an 89-year-old man, there's a good chance that it's going to do more damage than it would on, a relatively, good shape 35-year-old. But that's the same with batons, it's the same with guns, it's the same with everything that we use. I mean, you hit somebody with OC spray and they've got really bad asthma, there's a potential there to cause serious harm, but that's where you get the heart problems thing. And also, we've changed where our target areas are ideally with tasers from high upper back or high upper chest and then the middle of the body, and we've moved him down further to keep it and to lower the probability of having an arc over the heart. We don't want to do that ideally, but there are circumstances where we do want to use a high upper back shot. If it's a lethal force encounter situation, you get the guy with the knife that you can get a taser on because someone else has lethal cover on him. You want to go high upper chest or high upper back and get a good, solid muscular lockup so that we can take them down. But in that situation, your only other option was to shoot them. And so it's about what's reasonable.
You must have had a good taser instructor.
I must have had a good taser instructor. From the guy that said, never mind. Real worried I was going to let that one loose. I was like, I almost had a good taser instructor. My friends.
Instagram famous.
Instagram fame. I want to tag you in this now.
Well, the garage was good while it lasted.
Messy Neat Life says, wants to look slim and trim, eats 4 donuts. I'm way past the point where I'm going to look slim and trim. I'm kind of at the point in my life now where I'm like, well, I'm never going to be thin, but I guess if I can be strong as a silverback gorilla, that'll be all right. So we're going to go with that. I'm just going to eat a lot and lift heavy stuff. All right, let's see. Anything else? Messy Neat Life says, could you shout out for Joe P on Patreon? Hi, Joe P! There's your shout out. Aaron says, you mean to didn't pee yourself? Yes, I mean to didn't pee myself. I made sure that didn't happen. And
Demonetized.
yeah. All right, that's about it. Nastgraft says, with those friends, you don't eat enemies. I'll tell you something. I'd take these people to a fight any day. Until next week, you guys be safe and take care of each other. I'd like to thank all the Patreon supporters, and especially the shift supervisor level Patreon supporters that we have listed here. Your contributions are what allows free field training to continue on and become better. Thank you.